Greetings, welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jefficho. My co-host, as always, Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
So, still on a break from Star Trek?
Yeah, there's a big prodigy-sized hole in our Star Trek programming.
There is. There is, but you know what? We got Wilson Cruz.
Yeah.
From Discovery. Mm-hmm. James Spader from Stargate.
Cruz is pretty good in Discovery.
Yeah.
He's a good part.
Yeah, I don't agree with him being alive anymore, but
Yeah.
James Spader from Stargate. The
Stargate the movie, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Lou Diamond Phillips from Stargate Universe.
Well, Lou Diamond Phillips from a lot of things, but yes. Yeah,
Well,
Stargate Universe for the purposes of today.
if we're going to credit people from being from a lot of things, James Spader.
Yeah.
I was surprised he slept with somebody in here that wasn't like, the captain's wife.
Yeah. But there was a lot of sex in this movie. Like Lou Diamond Phillips, certainly.
This was a lot. You and I watched different movies.
Okay.
All
right.
So, Supernova. I guess we should talk about. I really like that this is a story about a medical ship.
Yes.
It goes around and just sits around in space, bored out of their minds until an emergency happens.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I guess that makes sense. Considering they've received a distress call, and I guess the distress calls can overcome speed of light issues. I'm not sure how that works, but they have to go jump there. So why do they have to be in space then?
Yeah, well...
why do they have to be wandering around?
It took 5 days, but it was also a direct message to that ship.
Okay.
But my argument would be isn't that a waste of resources? Wouldn't you just have a ship out there doing things that has medical capabilities? Mm-hmm. And then they would just go assist? Mm-hmm. But just have a pure medical ship?
I don't totally understand the mechanics of their FTL technology, and that's fine. They don't need to explain that all to me.
Mr. Van Zandt, plot us a course, please.
Yes, sir.
Dimension drive fully charged.
Call it, sweetie.
All crew members, prepare for rescue operation via dimension jump.
Why isn't it just waiting at the hospital, and then they get a message, and they're like, oh, okay, jump.
Yeah, that would make sense if they had Starbase Hospital.
Yeah. But whatever, it's fun.
I did enjoy their jump.
Yeah, the jump was really cool. I like that visual of it's on a rail, this energy rail, and it's riding along it like a train car, and it was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool. Also, they had to get naked to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, for plot reasons, I swear.
Yeah.
I swear, we need that.
They sold everybody on that one.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go into space and not get naked.
Mm-hmm. Nobody wears underwear in space.
Yeah. Movie starts out with a captain watching cartoons telling us they were banned.
Apparently violent cartoons were banned, and he's got the captain seems like a very thoughtful man.
Yeah.
The way he's speaking, and he's analyzing these things, he likes to think about people.
The late Robert Forster.
Mm-hmm. So it was disappointing that we lost him fairly immediately, because I wanted to see some more of this captain, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, he would have been good.
Mm-hmm.
But once they went for their little jump, and he's just like, you take that pod, I'll take yours. Mm-hmm. You knew something was going to happen.
Yeah.
Apparently there was a minor malfunction, and he thought he'd just risk it.
DSU-4, the flow vents weren't modulating.
That's what killed Marvin.
The thing is, the malfunction warning was going before we jumped.
You mean he saw that too?
He had to.
So he took my DSU.
Why didn't he just cancel the jump?
He must have thought it was an acceptable risk.
So I'm not sure if we were very specific about why it had to be exactly this ship.
Yeah.
Why did he need to risk that? Are there no other ships that we can get a message to?
They said he felt like the emergency was important, and I was like, well, I mean, we got a personal call for one, and it was from a name of a person that we didn't like because the doctor had a previous relationship with them and said nightmare person.
Yeah, and you know what? We've established that we have shuttles and shit. So if you've got a fucky pod, just leave somebody in the shuttle, and we'll come back for you, buddy.
Yeah.
You don't need to. You don't need to risk it in the fucked up pod. But that's okay.
Yeah, it was a bit horrific. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's tentacles glued to the glass and stuff.
Yeah, we've got to establish what happens when one of these pods breaks.
Oh God, no.
Skins fused with polyglass. Danica, nanoscan kit, number 3 laser scalpel, vascular cauterizer, stat.
She had to kill him. Doc had to kill him.
Yeah.
Angela Bassett, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got a little introduction to everybody at the start. Wilson Cruz and his AI.
Yes.
He reprogrammed the AI.
Which is also apparently a no-no.
Yeah.
Not allowed to watch cartoons.
Yeah.
Not allowed to have babies all willy-nilly.
It reminded
Not
me-
allowed to reprogram the AI.
It reminded me of when the Enterprise computer was malfunctioning. It was like, all right, dear.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if this is something he brought up in Discovery for like when they started doing Zora. Just like, yeah, I already done this.
Yeah. I've got experience with this shit, guys.
Yeah.
We got 2 medical people that hook up constantly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what else are you going to do, really?
What else are you going to do? Play ping pong?
Yeah.
Chess?
I mean, you could be like an extremely witty first officer pilot dude that just kind of like banters with the doctor until they have some brandy and then they hook up. I mean, everything leads there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You could be a psycho killer who just comes on board and then you hook up because everything leads there.
That's what we do here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. Here we are, caught in the gravitational pull of a blue giant. And the one thing you keep thinking about is sex.
I think you should have made a move on Lou Diamond Phillips.
I probably would have worked.
Yeah. So yeah, they lose the captain when they jump. They get there, a shuttle comes up, and
no communication. There's a fire on board or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get Carl's son,
Carl's.
who we already start kind of suspicious.
I was suspicious of that immediately, the way he was talking to the doctor.
He's like, my dad really regrets how things went.
My dad,
Yeah.
There's some space shit going on here.
Yeah, something suspicious is happening.
Yeah.
We get some story about how he's a scavenger and his buddies ditched him there.
Yeah.
All BS, but part of it's true. Scavenging.
Yeah.
Listen, I found something.
You better get down here.
On my way.
Found the purple thing.
Yeah.
And the purple thing in his shuttle that he wasn't doing a very good job of hiding.
Got this purple butt plug.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they all took guesses. Sex toy was one of them. But definitely alien made.
Yeah.
Definitely had some adverse effects. Was it Yerzy? Lou Diamond Phillips was like looking through it. And he just
sticks his hand right in there.
Medical
Get
professional,
right in
just
there.
put my hand into this alien thing. Oh, it feels good. I like it.
Yeah.
I like how James Spader just shows up and is like, you touched it, didn't you?
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out what the themes of this movie are, and addiction is the one that it's really, really going for. Both Spader and Nick were former addicts of, what were they calling the drug?
Oh, I forget.
Hazen?
Yeah.
Hazen, or something like that. And, we've just swapped that addiction for purple thing.
Yeah.
For Nick, and, Spader's resisting it. He says to the doctor, it's sort of a binary choice. You either are or are not, doing it. So he resists that, and then we see Lou Diamond Phillips getting corrupted by it.
I've updated my analysis of the unknown object. Computing atomic mass to quantum weight suggests the presence of extra-dimensional isotopic matter. The isotopic matter appears to be ninth dimensional in nature.
He's going on his addiction path. So that was the really obvious theme.
Doc didn't even really bring it up until a little bit later that Carl had genetic changes and stuff. His bone structure was different and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing changed him into a younger version of himself.
Yeah.
So that's why he was pretending to be his son.
I'm kind of wondering if the alien thing, was it even that bad? Because we know Carl was an asshole. Is the alien thing actually that bad? It just made him a really strong asshole. Could we just all be super people?
He was obviously an abusive dipshit. And he definitely became... I don't know, they gave him power. It gave him strength. It gave him invulnerability almost.
Yeah, but did it actually change anyone's characterization? Does it make you bad?
It made Lou Diamond Phillips a little stupider.
Yes.
I mean, you put your hand...
It made him addicted to it.
Yeah.
He was definitely addicted to it, which is where we were going with that. But,
We had the whole let's have a baby between the two medical people.
Mm-hmm.
Carl's just like, hey, let's hook up. And she's just like, oh, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, apparently he can kind of read people's minds.
Yeah.
He just sort of has an
It's
understanding
like, oh,
of what they want.
you guys want to have a baby, but you don't know if it's right. Sleep with me, and then depending on how you feel after, you'll know it's right or you know it's not right.
Yeah.
Like, I can't argue with this reasoning, Carl. Brilliant.
Mm-hmm. No.
But no terrible effects from that. He does end up spacing her later.
Death.
Yeah.
Death was an
But like he said he liked her. He didn't want to space her.
When we started killing off the crew, it was so rapid fire.
It was.
It's just
pretty
like,
quick.
you're gone.
Yeah, we got, we saw that his hands were like bony and like had special effects things on
Yeah,
them.
he can like thunder punch people.
Yeah, and they just like punched in his skull. He killed Blue Diamond Phillips.
It's a skull or something, yeah.
And it's just like, it was just a quick punch and then
Beautiful.
get rid of the body. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I'll bust your skull open, I swear!
I thought you liked to share Danica with me. A lot more than 5%, too.
I like how Danica catches him like fucking with James Spader when he's down on the planet, like investigating and trying to get the fuel.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just rips off the controls. Like, fine, you fly it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, but you need to fly this and you just damaged it. So I don't know who fixed that.
I don't think that was for the actual ship, I
Okay,
guess.
I hope
I don't know. I did think it was kind of weird, especially like right at the start, where you jump and you're down over in the jump pods, and then the ship is completely unpilotable until you put your pants on and run back up to the bridge. That seems like a design problem.
Yeah, they hit a gravitational wall and that like caused some tension.
Yeah.
I like his little comment later. She's like, you said you've been in worse situations? Yeah, when the ship was falling.
Yeah, I was in a much worse situation 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I liked that. That was very good.
Who else died? Wilson Cruz died.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting
almost got it.
Yeah, he's getting his AI to like, flood the room or just decompress it and kill the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's like, safety protocols can't do that. Like, but you love me. All right, I'll do it. Oh, you didn't give the last command, sorry.
Yeah.
And also the window's broken, so that would kill you both now.
Yeah. That was actually very sad. He's teaching this computer to love, and it did love him, but it wasn't quite able to overcome its nature as a machine or as a programmed entity in order to save him, and that was very tragic.
Voice command override sequence is incomplete. You must deliver the second passcode before I can help you. Benjamin, please.
It was after Angela Bassett, and then she like lasers him in the eye because we've seen the gun not work on him, which I mean, come on, it's a bullet to the head.
Yeah.
He's been hit and that heals.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she lasers his eye, and I thought she got a good head start, but he caught up pretty quickly when James Spader used the emergency return pod.
Yeah.
To get back.
Yeah.
And I like how he's insulting him on his way back.
Mm-hmm.
Then he has a little battle in a spacesuit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good thing that has a lot of cushioning because he got tossed around a lot.
Yes, he did. I thought we were going to chop his head off and see what happened because we had him by the neck. We'd already chopped his arm off.
Yeah, I don't want to go that far because we saw that deleted scene. I was like, no, he died. Let him die.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we did get the arm chops. You're like, oh, what's the point of these things? He's not winning. And then finally we got his arm
They
chops.
seemed really cumbersome. Like, I don't know.
And you need some advantage to genetically altered alien people.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got an arm chop, and you got trapped down there for a little bit. They put a bomb on their little robot, which puts inside the thing. So, like, if they didn't do that, would they have caused this catastrophic thing that's gonna affect the whole universe?
I think that was because it fell into the star.
Oh, okay. Because of the supernova.
Yeah, I think that was because it got spread around. There's that giant.
They blew it up, sort of, and that destroyed Carl.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, then they jumped in a pod together, which is a no-no generally. It's a risk.
They're gonna have two heads.
They could.
Mm-hmm.
They could. And they escaped the blast.
Mm-hmm.
2% genetic swap.
Yeah,
DNA.
they got heterochromia and a baby out of it.
Yeah, I knew
that immediately there was going to be a kid.
Yeah, there was been a little theme about the kid thing. She couldn't have kids, that's why.
Yeah.
So that's kind of poetic that she could all of a sudden. But like, that's a weird genetic 2%.
Yeah, that's a little random there,
Yeah.
but okay.
I don't jump with girls in the same pod because I don't want to get pregnant. You know, it happens. Yeah. It's only 2%, but it's out there.
Yeah.
I need a 99% protection.
Not worth the risk.
Yeah.
He's destroyed all the other DSUs. It's just the one, so I'm staying and you're going.
We can go together. You want to stay out here, fine. I'm staying with you. You can get in this DSU with me, and we take our chances.
One way we both die for sure.
No.
The other we could end up a genetic experiment gone bad.
Yeah, it says that this 9th dimensional DNA stuff
Don't worry
is
about
going
it.
to affect the whole universe and will affect Earth in, I don't know, 50-something years.
Yeah, and it's like, it might kill everybody and it might give us an evolutionary leap.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's better
We'll
than
see what happens.
Better than the alternative ending, which was like, in 250 years, everything will burn.
Yeah, that was awful. That was sad.
Yeah.
I didn't like. Yeah, we saw an alternate opening, an alternate ending on the DVD, and they made the right choice. I think those were downers.
Sometimes they don't. I think they did this time.
Yeah.
Because at least the alternate opening, showed you all the characters. This one was just like the Doctor giving like a dark, cold speech about space.
Say goodbye, Carl.
Me some final thoughts.
Final thoughts. This one was fun. I had fun with this movie. I think it was well made. There was definitely some theming going on. I would like to read a little bit more about it and see if I missed anything. But this was a fun space adventure. I liked the ship. I liked how it warped.
I like how it transformed.
Yeah, and it was kind of a transformy ship, and that was really neat. I had fun with this one.
Yeah, I enjoyed a lot of the characters. A lot of these were established actors. And you could tell just like there wasn't like this lame bad acting in this.
Yes.
I think Wilson Cruz was probably the least experienced one in this, and Carl.
I mean, he was the youngest.
Yeah, and Carl or whatever, but everybody else like been in a ton of shit. You can tell James Spader is so comfortable in this role, just like just throw out some sarcasm, whatever, sci-fi speech. Even Angela Bassett throwing out her medical jargon. It's just like, everybody nailed it. I liked how we had the little hypo sprays, but like slightly different, and you see the liquid like emptying and.
There's definitely some plot elements that we talked about that were just for the convenience of having a show happen.
Yeah.
Like, you can poke holes in it, but it was a fun sci-fi romp. There was a few things to think about.
Yeah, I think some thought went into this for a standalone sci-fi movie, which is built a universe, and you got your little medical ship. I still think so. Yeah, I agree with you. Starbase should have a Starbase medical. Yeah, no, I totally enjoyed it. Well, as always, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
Body proximity during dimension jump has resulted in a 2% transfer of genetic material.
Kayla.